Hey guys, welcome back to Reddit Drama. Make sure hit the like and subscribe button now for more videos like these. Now let's get in today's story video. Walked in on my fiance cheating 2 months before our wedding. Let me start off by saying that I don't even know what I'm looking for in this post. I just figured it was a good place to lay out the full story and get it off of my chest. My fiance, 22F, and I, 25 meters, have been together for nearly 6 years. She was my first love, first kiss, first everything. We have grown so much together through these last 6 years that, although things have been rocky as of late, I truly believe she was who I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. I couldn't, still can't, even fathom somebody else being in my life. But she has left me no choice. 3 weeks ago, we had our wedding shower. It was anxious, stressful, etc., but we really did have a great time and appreciated all of the family and friends that came to show support. It was our first event leading up to the May wedding and made things feel much more like a reality. This was on a Saturday. That night, she was hanging out with her friend, 19 meters. This guy was the younger brother of my best friend, so, although some people are very skeptical about their partner having friends of the opposite sex, I justified it. The guy was super quiet, shy and socially awkward, and she helped him out of that shell as my fiancé was a social butterfly. I never imagined what I ended up finding. At 10:30 a.m. the next morning, I walked outside to my shop to find her cheating on me with him. This is not the first time she has done this with another guy. However, the first time, she came directly to me in a ball of tears and told me everything. This was roughly 4 years ago. We worked through it and things were much better afterwards. However, in this situation, I can't help but to believe that this has been going on for a while. She claims I had walked in on the first time, but they've been spending much more time together lately and I've tried to look past it as I always thought they were just best friends. Fast forward 3 weeks to today. She's moving the last of her things out of my house this week and taking 2 of our 4 dogs with her. My house is a wreck as she's taken all of our living room furniture, our bedroom TV, dining room table, etc. Granted, she paid for some of it prior to us moving in together and some was given to us by her godmother. However, she is taking every possible thing that she's justified in taking. She has finally admitted to me that her and this guy friend have serious feelings for each other. They have been intimate since I caught them the first time and I know that they're still seeing each other every day. She seems to show no remorse for what she did and seems to be much happier living in this fun little fling with this guy who has no job, no education and lives with his mother. I gave her everything she could possibly need. I took care of her, even taking on a parental type role which I think had slowly deteriorated our love and affection. However, I still love and care so deeply for her. She is diagnosed severe bipolar and struggles heavily with depression and anxiety. I have done my best to help her mental state in the last 6 years that I believe it has negatively affected my own. But that was just one of the sacrifices I made because I loved her so deeply. I am okay with living without her. I am okay with not being in a relationship with her. What I am struggling so mightily with is the fact that, 3 weeks after our wedding shower and after I caught her cheating, she has moved on and is already getting intimate with this other guy. I don't know if this has to do with her bipolar disorder and her history of self-sabotage or if she is simply much more happy with this guy than she ever was with me. Either way, she has absolutely broken me and I don't know how to continue. I am an introvert and I struggle meeting new people, especially women. She cheated on me and has already moved out and enjoying her life with another guy like nothing ever happened, while I am left in an empty, quiet house, alone with nothing on the horizon to escape me from this deep loneliness I'm feeling. Again, I don't know what I'm looking for in this post. I just needed a place to write out my feelings. I know it's a long post and I probably could have made it much, much longer. Thank you to any of you who might have made it this far and any kind words, advice, etc. would be greatly appreciated. Edit. Initially, she said that it was a drunken mistake, it's never happened before, she knows she effed up, etc. The days following, she tried to convince me that we didn't have to cancel the wedding and that she would never speak to him again. She said that I'm who she wanted to be with and that she did this because I wasn't giving her the words of affirmation and affection she desired. Once I told her that we had to split and I wanted her out of the house, her whole tone changed. Then it became now that I've had time away from this house, I realized this isn't what I want and I've been a coward by not telling you I've not wanted to be with you for a while. Honestly, is painful I found out. As these 3 weeks have progressed, she's gotten much less sympathetic and kind towards me. She seemed to regret it at first, but that regret and guilt that she felt the first day has completely seemed to dwindle away. Story 2. Cheated on and dumped after relationship of 12 years. Both 28. My ex, 28F, and I, 28M, had been together since we were 16. We had our whole life planned together, and out of the blue she decided to throw it all away. We were gonna travel the world together because of her work, which required her moving from one poor country to another every 4 years. I was committed to follow her everywhere, although I wasn't sure I would find a job. I'm an engineer. We were happy and life was really good. I truly loved her and so did she. We had our discussions but never a big crisis or anything. When she was studying a couple years ago to get this job, I supported her financially for over 3 years. Back in November she had an opportunity to go to Vietnam for 2.5 months and she took it because she wanted to get some experience before moving for good next year. We talked as usual when she was there and she kept telling me she loved me and that I was the love of her life and that she missed me. Fast forward to the end of January, I went to visit because her work had finished and she had to come back to our country, and we had a 2-week holiday that we had planned while she was there to visit the country together. First day I got there I noticed she wasn't as loving and affectionate as before, but I didn't want to ask. After a week she told me her feelings had changed and that this past year we had a lot of arguments and she was unhappy sometimes. That she enjoyed this alone time and wasn't sure that she wanted to keep the relationship, that she needed time to think back at home. I changed my flights and she came back after 3 days. We shared our flat, so she came home and spent 4 days with me, sleeping in the same bed and giving each other hugs and kisses. She then rented an apartment for herself and proceeded to move after 5 days while telling me she needed this time for herself to think and that she couldn't tell me nor yes or no. This was about a month ago. 2 weeks ago I found out that 2 weeks in Vietnam. Back in November, she started seeing a guy from our country, and this whole time they lived the same life she was living with me. Going out to dinner, watching movies at home, grocery shopping, everything. I confronted her about it and she denied everything with such a cold face that I couldn't believe. I couldn't show proof, otherwise I might face bigger problems. She was another person. She hasn't told anyone at all, so no one knows. I guess her plan is to try and see if this guy that worked at a hotel could move with her in our country, and if not, coming back to me. They are making plans for summer and things to do in our city already. I just can't believe how someone can throw everything away in such a short amount of time after a life together and still deny everything and explain to me what made her decide such a thing. How can you stop loving someone so easily and move on after all the good memories and time spent together? I really would like to read some personal experiences from my fellow Redditors, as how can someone do something like this and be happy with themselves, because I'm devastated and feeling I lost a part of me, and how come I can still be deeply in love with her after how she has treated me. Thank you for reading me out. Edit, I'd like her to see she made a mistake and that what she is feeling now is not true love. I know I shouldn't care and that she shouldn't have done something like this, but I do. His AP is away and probably won't see each other for a few months. We are not talking to each other and we are both living alone. Should I send her an article about a fair fog and see if she identifies herself with it? I'd like her to read this article and realize if the AP knew about me and still cheated, what would make him not cheat in the future? That she has destroyed the good life we had.